Well, welcome everybody to another episode of Weird Mythic Podcast. I'm Naomi and I'm here with the amazing Sabrina. Thank you guys for joining. Yeah.
Yay, welcome back.
Yep. And we're not doing vampires yet because I want to do a second episode, honestly.
Wait, what do you mean we're not doing vampires yet?
Well, again.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Again. You're like, wait, we already did that, didn't we? Like, yeah, we did.
I'm like, was that a fever dream?
No,
did I imagine?
No, we're not on the second episode, but I really want to do a second episode at some point.
We definitely will. So. There's more I want to talk about too. And I just started the Anne Ray series. So
are you? Which one are you starting on? Like the first interview?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You'll like it.
Just started that. That'll be great. But yeah, today's episode, we're going to be talking about another cryptid.
More cryptids. Yeah.
So yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Let's talk about our giveaway before we forget.
The giveaway.
Yeah, go ahead. Do you want to talk about it?
So you guys got to follow us on Twitter. You got to go to Twitter and we have the giveaway. You got to follow and you got to share it. Then you'll be put into the giveaway and then we'll be sending you some of our merch. You can also pick one of our episodes. And that could be anything from a cryptid or something kind of spooky or just a topic you want to talk about. And yeah, we'll send you some free merch as well. But we got to get you guys to start sharing more.
Yes. Okay, cool. Good job. Great job, girl. Great job.
Thanks.
All right, I'll go first because I think I have less than you do.
Okay, maybe.
So what cryptid are you doing again?
I'm doing the Lone Pine Mountain Devil.
Okay.
I was like Lone Pine Mountain Devil. California Mountain Devil.
Yeah, and I'm doing the Jersey Devil on the East Coast. So cool beans. All right. Okay, so have you heard of the Jersey Devil?
I've heard of it, and the only thing that I know of it is that it's like a big winged creature, right?
It's so weird looking. It's creepy. So I'll get more into that a little bit later on what it looks like, because there's actually like a wanted poster that I want to read to you.
All right.
So yeah, I'm doing the Jersey Devil. Sometimes he likes to be called the Leeds Devil. The Leeds Devil.
Okay.
As over more than 250 years, this creature is said to prowl through the marshes, not the marches. The marshes.
It marches through the marshes. Oh no.
Hold on.
Do you want to start this one over? Are you good?
Okay.
That was great.
Okay, so for more than 250 years, this creature is said to prowl through the marshes of southern New Jersey, inhabits the pine barrens of South Jersey, which is a piece of land stretching across more than 7 counties of New Jersey. Mm-hmm. And the creature is described as a flying biped with hooves, but we'll get more into that later.
All right. Okay.
So, all right. The origin story. So there are a few different origin stories of the Jersey Devil, but the most common one, it's said to originate in the Pine Barrens with a woman named Jane Leeds, and they were one of the Leeds were like one of the first settlers in that area. So their family goes back way, way far. They're some of the first people to come over and steal the land. So it's said to originate in that area, and she had 12 children, so pretty big family. Mm-hmm. After finding out she was pregnant again with child number 13, she cursed the child in frustration, saying this child will be the devil.
Oh, why would she do that?
She probably was over it at that point.
But I mean, like, why would you curse the child? Okay.
I don't know. I don't think she meant like this, I'm cursing the child to be the devil. I think it was more so like, gosh darn it, this child's going to be the devil type of thing.
Gosh darn it.
Gosh darn it. However they talked back in 1735. All right. So in 1735, on a stormy night, she then goes into labor, and she's surrounded by a lot of her friends and family at this point. And the 13th child, was born as a normal child, but then immediately changed into a creature with hooves, a goat's head, bat wings, and a forked tail.
Oh.
Allegedly started growling and screaming, and then the child beat everyone with its tail before flying up a chimney and heading into the woods.
That is pretty creepy. Like,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
In some other
No.
versions of that story, Mother Leaves is a witch, and then the child's father was like the devil himself.
Huh. Okay.
And then some other versions state that there were actually a lot of attempts by local clergymen to exorcise this creature from the area, but it didn't work.
Oh, obviously, because I was going to say they still
Hang on.
see it.
So yeah.
So she was a witch, pretty much.
Yes. So let's just go right in and get into some encounters, because that's the origin story. There's not much more, I feel like, to be said about where this creature originated. It's not like all of the other ones we've talked about where there's like some big story of things that happened. So
or like
trying to say.
Or like I don't know, some of the cryptids that we've done so far, they don't really have an origin story. It's more like it was just already there and we happened to see it.
Yeah,
so,
that's true.
I mean, it's interesting that this even has like it was birthed from somebody. And
yeah, I guess you're right. I'll give you that
up
one.
a chimney. That's like really specific too.
Yeah. And the fact that there were so many people around when this child was like being birthed. Yeah, there's a lot of witnesses, I guess, to the story. And then, so yeah, a lot of people were saying that it's accurate to, I forget what the guy's name was, the husband. I want to say John for some reason, just because that makes sense in the time. His will, they had 12 children. So that was accounted for. That was accurate. Is that your cat?
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
What
did he do?
He ran.
Sounded like a stampede.
It's my one cat. He's up to something. I don't know.
He's up to something.
Leave him in there.
That sketchy motherfucker. All right. So let's just jump right into the encounters then. So one of the first sightings was in 1812. A man named Joseph Bonaparte, I think that's how you say his last name, was Napoleon's older brother.
Okay.
Claimed that he saw the Jersey Devil while he was hunting near his Bordentown estate. That's the entire encounter.
Okay.
Things weren't like well documented back then.
It's just like he saw this creature. We believe it was the devil.
Yeah. And he described it as such. So in 1909, nearly 1,000 reports came from eyewitnesses throughout the New South Jersey area.
Okay.
So over 1,000 reports. Or nearly 1,000 reports. Like 999 reports.
That's a lot.
That's
1,000.
I feel like 50 is a lot.
Yeah, but I don't know. I because we always just find stuff that it's like everybody sees this or everybody knows somebody that's seen it, but there's an actual number for the Jersey Devil.
Well, in 1909, nearly that many reports came through, but. And then Navy Commander Stephen Decatur reportedly saw this creature while he was testing cannonballs at Hanover Mills Works in the Pine Barrens. He shot a cannonball at it, and the cannonball blew a hole through this creature, but the creature was not fazed by the projectile.
Okay.
So he was just moving along. It doesn't seem like he's scary. Like... He doesn't like cause harm or kill people. They just see him around. I think he's just misunderstood. This got so bad though at one point that schools in the Pine Barrens closed because of the creature.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they're like, you can't go to school. There's a devil out there.
The Jersey Devil is out this time of year.
Isn't that can't go to insane? School. Right? Yeah. I wish. Can't come into work today. I saw the Jersey Devil. I'm gonna try that on Scott tomorrow. I'll keep you guys posted.
Yeah, we'll let you know how that goes.
In 1927, a taxi driver allegedly encountered the Jersey Devil in Salem City while he was changing a tire. The cab driver told the police when he was making the police report that a winged creature was pounding on the roof of the cab. Dancing up there or something.
He's dancing on top of the cab.
That's what I picture, but hey. All right. In 1960, many residents of Mays Landing heard horrifying screams in the middle of the night. Wealthy merchants offered a $250,000 reward for capture of the beast, dead or alive.
Right.
So I'm going to read the wanted poster.
Yeah.
All right. So it goes, wanted, reward offered for the capture, dead or alive, of the Leeds monster, also known as the Jersey Devil. The creature is often described as a kangaroo-like patchwork with the face of a horse, head of a dog, leathery bat-like wings, horns, small arms with cloven hooves, and a forked tail. It has been reported to move quickly as to avoid human contact and is often described as emitting a blood-curdling scream. Approach with extreme caution. $250,000 reward.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's a weird combination from wings and kangaroos.
It looks like they took the leftover parts of all of these different animals and like sewed it all together.
Oh, that's creepy. Yeah. Just in on itself.
Yeah. And it like stands up.
Yeah, as I said, it's a biped. It just has hooves.
That's so scary.
That's creepy.
Right. And then so around the same time that these wanted posters were being hung, I don't know which came first, but there were police releasing all these flyers around that were saying it was a hoax. So I think they just covered it up. It was a cover up.
It had to have been if you're legit closing down schools because it might be out. Like, that's insane. I don't know. But people still see it today. So
yeah.
Something's got to be there.
Yep. Another encounter. Mary Ritzer Christensen told Weird New Jersey that she spotted the Jersey Devil on Green Tree Road one night in 1972. She was driving when she saw a towering figure crossing the road about 25 feet behind her car. She described the figure as standing taller than the average man with thick haunches like a goat and a huge woolly head.
All right.
So,
did she hit it?
It was behind her.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Behind the car.
Yep. In 1980, on a South Jersey farm, Wharton State Forest Chief Ranger Alan McFarland saw something that stumped his wild animal knowledge. So he's knowledgeable. He's a ranger. So he knows about the animals in that area, right? So a pack of pigs had been killed and the backs of their heads were eaten and their bodies were scratched and torn.
Oh.
There were no tracks surrounding the bodies of the piggies and no blood on the ground.
Oh, well, that's odd. Did you say it was just the head?
The back of the head was eaten.
The back of the head.
Yeah.
Huh.
So that's weird. He was like, yeah, this is unlike any animal attack that I've seen. There's no tracks even.
That's aliens. I'm sorry.
Possibly.
That's aliens.
Did they just eat they wanted bacon? Or?
No, but if there was no blood around and there was only like one specific part of the animal that was taken, that sounds like how they do cow mutilations or like UFOs and stuff.
Maybe.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, the rest of the body was scratched up though and like bloody, but there was no blood on the ground.
That's weird.
Like there wasn't
That's
like puddles of blood around. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's a strange one though. Maybe. Like you said, they wanted some bacon.
Right. In the late 1980s, a group of friends went camping and they were riding dirt bikes around in the Pine Barrens area. While riding down a trail about 100 yards from camp, the bikes all stopped. They all stalled. And as soon as the bikes stalled, the men heard a piercing, inhuman scream coming from the woods. When they returned to the camp, they were like, hey, other people who were at the camp, did you guys also hear that? And apparently the people who were at the camp also heard that noise at the same time.
Huh.
So it wasn't just them. Other people heard it. And that evening, one of the men went into a local bar and he told the bartender about the screams that they heard. And the man informed the visitor that it had most likely been the Jersey Devil and that they encountered him. So, don't know.
All right. But nobody was hurt. They just heard that crazy
nobody's
scream.
ever hurt in these, I feel. In 1993, a forest ranger named John Irwin saw a strange creature blocking the road ahead of him while he was driving along the Mullica River. And he said it was about 6 feet tall with horns and matted black fur. And the two stared at each other for several minutes before the creature turned and then ran into the forest. So that's another forest ranger. Didn't know what it was. But there's also black bears in that area. So I'm thinking maybe it could have been a black bear. And because it was I don't know. You know how sometimes you like can create details in your mind?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's what happened.
Maybe it depends on what time of day it is. The
Yeah.
lights can be playing tricks on you.
Exactly.
So.
If his headlights were hitting, you know, and there's like shadows behind. I don't know about that one. But and then one of the most recent sightings occurred in 2015 in Galloway Township. Little Egg Harbor resident David Black said he was driving along Route 9 near a golf course when he saw what looked like a llama walking in and out of the tree line on the side of the road. Suddenly, the creature spread its wings and flew away.
Could you imagine, though? You're like, that's just a llama. And then it just can
takes off in flight.
Shitting myself.
Yeah. And then, okay, so he actually captured a picture and then it went viral and other news sites were picking it up. And I couldn't find the picture, but I did find a video that a few years later, a woman named Emily Martin shot that is supposedly the same creature spotted near that same area, but it looks fake to me.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think it's legit.
All right. I'm going to check it out too.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Let me know what you think, girl.
Yeah.
That's my devil.
Damn. Wow. Jersey Devil. Well, he's the nicest devil. He's not mean.
Yeah. So. And I'm like, why are they, maybe it's just because he has horns that they said that.
Well, yeah. The fact that he has hooves. Yeah. That's very devil-like, I guess. Yeah. Like, so.
I feel like he's just living his life, though. He's not bothering anybody. Right. I mean, the pigs, but like.
The pigs, but
I think that was vampires
or aliens. I'm with aliens for that story, but it is in that area. So of course you want to go towards the devil. I mean, damn. Yeah. I like how there's a lot of like sightings that are there's so
many more too. I could have done an entire episode on just the sightings of the Jersey Devil, but I'm like, we'll keep this one short.
All right. Well, I'll go ahead and talk about the Lone Pine Mountain Devil, also known as the California Mountain Devil. The big, mountain range. It's east of Fresno. So that's kind of like the area that I'll be talking about. I'll get into actually what it's like actually looks like. So it's some sort of winged demon. So kind of like the Jersey Devil, except it has razor-like talons. It is furry. It's sort of bat-like. It does have wings, and it has multiple layers of venomous teeth.
Oh, fun.
Specifically venomous.
Wait, and how do they know?
I'm not sure, but it also says that it's carnivorous, and we'll get into why. I'm thinking,
like, did they milk it like a snake? You know what I mean? Get a really big cup.
I didn't find that study.
Oh,
but if it's out there, I hope someone can send that to me.
Yeah, please. weirdmythicpodcast@gmail.com.
Yes. Let me know how you found out this is a venomous, multiple layers of venomous teeth. So, as I said, it's in the Lone Pine Mountain Range in the Sierra Nevada mountains. And it is said that this devil, this type of winged devil, only goes for the torso and the head of their victims specifically. And it'll pretty much just leave the rest. It's also been said that this devil will only eat the soft areas of the victim. So that's why it goes towards the stomach and the face, or like cartilage areas, apparently. And then they just leave the rest. So they don't eat the whole
your
thing.
Nose or like.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
Ears.
So I don't have a whole lot of like hardcore sightings from today, but I do have stories that are from the 1800s. And
I love those, to be honest, I love those stories the most because I feel like
it's interesting. I will say one thing, that I couldn't find any sort of Native American sightings of the Lone Pine Mountain Devil.
Okay.
The first time it was spotted was in the 1800s when people were coming to, California for the gold rush, and all of those settlers were coming, and they started to notice that there was like coyote and bobcat carcasses around, and they thought that was weird, because usually the carcasses won't just be laying there. That the other mountain lions are going to eat it. They don't just leave pieces and parts. And so that's where the first like thought of something's out there eating pieces and parts of these animals. And then in the 1850s is when the name Lone Pine Mountain Devil was coined. And that was because there were stories of big families or convoys of people coming to California, like gold prospectors, that they were murdered and that their faces were left unrecognizable and their torsos were eaten clean. So it's like other settlers coming through the mountains are noticing that there's another family as they're coming over, just fucking mutilated. Like, it's insane.
How terrifying.
So, right. So 1850s Lone Pine Mountain Devil. So there's one very specific story that I have to tell about it.
Ooh, tell me.
Yeah. So in 1878, a convoy of Spanish settlers were on their way to Southern California. They were going through the Sierra Nevada mountains. There was about 37 men and women, children in total. And I don't know if they got lost or kind of took a wrong turn, or they just kind of like took a while before they could get to their area that they were going towards. They didn't end up in the part where they were supposed to end up settling, because there was already a settlement there. They were going somewhere north and they just didn't make it. So people noticed like, hey, wasn't there like this big convoy of people starting to come up? Well, about 2 months after their supposed arrival time, a group of gold miners discovered them in the mountains. It was just the corpses of all 37 people.
Oh my God.
However, a couple days later, a missionary who went by the name of Father Justice Martinez, he approached a mission north of San Diego, and he was actually with that group of 37 people.
Okay.
Yeah. So he approaches this mission and he had nothing with him. When he arrived, he had no supplies. He just had the clothes and a journal on him.
Well, yeah, he probably freaking booked it out of there.
Yeah. So I'll have to get to his story about it, though. This is what's crazy. So he goes up to the mission, and of course he has nothing with him. The priests take him in and they get him all cleaned up. They're like, okay, what's going on? What happened to you? And so he decided to take a vow of silence for some reason. And he goes ahead and hands the journal over to the missionaries. So it was 2 months later that the miners found the bodies in the mountain. And then he arrives in San Diego not too long after that. So he must have been traveling for 2+ months just with nothing with him. So yeah, I guess he decided to take a vow of silence once the missionaries were wanting to see like, hey man, what happened to you? So according to him, the convoy was happy to make it to the West Coast. So they decided to set up camp in the mountain range because they were like, dude, it's right there. We can smell the ocean, you know? So they set up camp and they start to have a party. And everybody's just like having a great time, apparently. And there's just dancing. They start to build a huge bonfire. They like clear out this huge area of the like mountain range just so that they could like have this party, places to sit and have this huge bonfire. And apparently at some point in the night, a bunch of I'm assuming all, the kids are asleep and the parents are partying. But according to this, missionary Father Justice guy, they started having a huge orgy in the mountains. So he started to describe how as soon as the bonfire started, he left the party and he went and like had his little area off kind of to the side, apparently, to the rest of the group. And he was just watching the festivities at this point. Okay.
Which is just as weird.
Yes. So he's over in his little area and watching the party. And
I love apparently that a party.
I don't know. I don't want to keep saying orgy. So this creeper is just sitting there watching this shit go down, right? And he said that all of a sudden it was fucking silent, and this creature came and killed everybody. Do you want me to read his
Okay.
exact words?
Yes.
Do you want me to read his exact words?
Please,
Okay, so I have
it's not
the journal entry. So I have the journal entry. It says, my God, they are all gone. The winged demons have risen. What sin have they committed against each other in thy sacred earth?
Okay.
May the forgiving Lord not abandon their souls, which were taken from them into the depths of hell. And through the earthly fires of man, a sole tree remained on the mountain's peak. And the devils that spared me returned to that refuge of the lone pine mountain. Those are his words.
You want to know what I think happened?
So legend goes that, because there are sightings, it's more like we were driving by and I saw the Lone Pine Mountain Devil, or my cousin's friend's brother, Yeah, all that like randomness, saw this thing. But there's no, you can look up and see people's like drawings and renditions of what they think it looks like, but there's no real like picture of it, or even people trying to make pictures of it, like the Jersey Devil. And I can't find like a long story like I can, except for the few back in the 1800s, of anything recent. So a lot of the sightings today are just, I was driving through the mountains, or I was hiking through the mountains and I happened to see it, kind of thing. So, but what everybody says is the mountain devil only attacks those who mess with the natural habitat or aren't there to contribute to like the well-being of the mountains and the trees and the forest. So he's trying to protect stuff, apparently.
I can dig it.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so that is the Lone Pine Mountain Devil.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think he killed them all. Because he was mad that they were sinning. Why would he say the word? It's the way he said it. It's the way he like described the festivities or whatever he said.
Festivities, yeah.
I just feel like that's sketch.
I think it's very odd that only Father
What
Justice
happened to the children
then? That's the thing. The children were dead too. So that's where I'm like, if this thing was only mad at the people who are cutting down trees and then being a nuisance, then
fine.
I would think so. But everybody in the whole group was dead. So I think it's odd that he's the only one that survived. Definitely. I don't think he could have killed all 37 people though, unless I'm wrong. Maybe
they were like all drunk
them.
And passed out, or poisoned or something.
Yeah, maybe that would be the only thing. But he did
summoned it.
Fuck, why not at that point?
Yeah,
who knows, so
it's just the way he was like, it's gotta be because they sinned, or whatever the fuck he said.
Mm-hmm. He did mention in his journal, and I said it, where is it? The wings demons against each other in thy sacred earth. So that goes to the whole thing about how everybody's like, it only attacks those that are hurting the area.
Why wouldn't he be?
I don't know why. I don't know why they would spare him. And he kept saying devils too. So I thought that's like plural. And I thought that was interesting because all the other things that I was reading just said devil. But in his specific journal, it was plural. So
sketch.
Yeah, I think it's very odd, but that was a really exciting thing to read, actually.
Yeah, that's just suspicious to me.
Yeah.
But, so okay, you, man.
Yeah. Right. So yeah, there's our devils.
Cool. That was lovely.
Yeah.
I feel like they're both kind of just
something. So just leave them alone.
Any recent sightings of your?
No recent sightings. No.
What if he moved to the East Coast?
Maybe. Why not?
And turned over a new leaf, and now he's just jumping on people's cabs and staring at them in the night.
Maybe. They have like the same similarities. The only big difference is the venomous teeth and the razor-like talons. That's the only difference, because the Jersey Devil has hooves. Mm-hmm. But and this thing
is with the Jersey Devil, because they don't say anything about his arms. Does he have arms?
He has like wings, these little and he's bat-like, so I mean they're all connected.
I guess. I'm picturing little T-Rex arms on the front of him. Maybe there's talons on those little T-Rex arms.
Maybe. Who knows? He had to change up his look though when he went to Jersey. That's what happened.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they would have known.
Duh. Yeah. He's just
Word
trying to
would
be.
have traveled from coast to coast, and he would have gotten caught.
Exactly. So he had to switch it up.
Yeah, that's what happened. Wait, what year was yours?
The Spanish settlers, all the 37, 1878.
Oh, that doesn't line up.
Oh, burn. I know yours was like close to the same time,
Well,
right? I know it was like 1909 was one of them.
He was born in 1735, and then the first sighting is 1812.
Oh, okay.
So,
well, now we need to see where he was from. Oh, no, because he was seen in the early 1800s and in the 1850s. So maybe they're cousins
or brothers.
There you go. They got to protect
Jersey
each side.
Yeah, the Jersey Devil's so upset with his brother that he's like, I can't kill anybody. I have to just look at them.
Just look at them and scare them.
And let my brother kill everyone. I just eat pigs only.
I did pigs only.
I'm on a pork only diet.
That's not bad.
Keto, basically.
Basically. Shit. Well, I mean, like, the Lone Pine Mountain Devil only killed those 37 people. People, well, before that too, because in the early 1800s, all the settlers that were coming over were saying that they were finding those convoys that were just like dead and they were all mutilated and shit. So I don't know.
Rough.
Real creepy. Welcome to California.
What a good welcome party.
Shit. All right.
Crazy.
Well, I hope everyone enjoyed our devils.
Yeah. Let us know what you think. I would love it if you guys could rate the episode on either Apple Podcasts. Just comment something. Give us a couple stars. Maybe 5 if we're cool.
Thank you. We'll give you 5 stars if you give us 5 stars.
Yeah, hypothetically, unless you really have a podcast, in which case
that's true.
Tell us that, because we love listening to your guys' podcast as well. We also have merch. I'll have that link down below. You guys can use the code Mythic for 10% off at checkout until October 31st. It's almost here.
Yes, and please, can you go over the promo again, Serena?
Yes, so our Twitter giveaway is on Twitter. You guys, all you have to do is just follow Weird Mythic on Twitter. It's at Weird Mythic, and then retweet the pinned post I have about the giveaway, and you'll automatically be entered. We will be announcing those on November 1st, so the giveaway does end on Halloween. And then, what are our other social medias, Nay?
So we are also on Instagram at Weird Mythic Podcast and Facebook.com/Weird Mythic. We would also love to have some emails from all of you. Or go to weirdmythicpodcast@gmail.com. We want some stories. We want feedback also. So anything you got to say that could help the podcast, or any like suggestions for episodes or cryptids, we're always open.
Yay. All right. Bye, guys. We'll talk to you next week.
See ya.